Innovation Oxford. I'm your host, Mike Harding. We're here at RWF BRON to meet Mark Odorico, who's going to take us on a wee tour. So come on. Hello, Mark.
Michael, how are you?
I'm okay.
Good. Let's go to the boardroom. Let's talk about BRON. BRON was founded by Mr. Ron Hall in 1974. We're celebrating our 40th year in business in November. The original plant was located in Embro, Ontario, which is, 10 to 15 miles away from us today. It was a small plant. It had 10,000 square feet. We moved to Woodstock in 1999, and we have 65,000 square feet today here in Woodstock. Originally, we were making crack drainage plows, utility plows, and scrapers. We also did custom welding and fabricating. Ron Hall and his wife Barb are still active in our company today. They had 3 children, Robert, Rhonda, and Denise. Robert is the president of RWF BRON, and Denise and Rhonda are active in our business today. We currently manufacture self-propelled drainage machines, utility plows, forestry mulchers, vibratory rippers, and wheel trenching machines. We employ 70 people here in Woodstock. Our sales are $40 million, and we have probably shipped into 60 different countries over the 40 years of business. So about 60% of our sales is exported. A large part of our business today is our self-propelled drainage machines, and we ship into 14 different states in the U.S. We also ship our drainage plows here in Canada, into Ontario, Manitoba, and Quebec.
When you first started out, how many of these type of machines did you actually build?
Well, Michael, in 2008, we probably did 5 to 6 machines in 2008. Our goal this year is to manufacture and sell 40 machines.
That's amazing. And of course, how long will it take to get this machine into saleable condition?
It generally takes us 18 to 20 days to get the machine from start to finish in assembly and out the door.
We're looking at the next generation of self-propelled machine. It looks like it's got a big engine.
Yeah, it's this is our what we call a 550, Michael. We also make a 450 and a 350 machine.
What differentiates those?
Horsepower.
Okay. You manufacture a lot of different kinds of products here. Tell us about this one. Where is this one going to go?
To your point, Michael, we also make static and vibratory plows for the utility market. This plow here is a V250, and they'll be mounted on that self-propelled 250 machine. The plows that we manufacture today for utility install fiber optics, oil, water, and gas lines. So this machine here, eventually this plow will be mounted on our 250, and it's sold to Vermeer, Canada, and then shipped to Western Canada.
And over here, this big part that's here.
This is a shank. This goes on our self-propelled drainage machine, as I mentioned to you. Some people call it a shank or a blade, and it will be installed on one of our machines that's in the bay.
How much inventory do you have to really stay in business? We see a lot of racking and shelving.
Yeah, you know what? It's important in our business to have inventory on key components for our customers to run their machines. So we probably keep $3 to $4 million of inventory at all times on key components. On wear parts, if we get an order this afternoon, we'll fabricate it in the afternoon and ship it out tomorrow morning to make that customer satisfied.
That's a hell of a great turnaround time.
We also, it's important. It's important that our customers aren't shut down and they have our components and they can run. Because if they're not running, they're not making money, and that's critical for their business.
And if they're not running, they're not actually buying from you either.
That's correct. Yeah. Our competition's not very far away from us. Our closest one is in Strathroy, Ontario, and we also have competition in the U.S. as well.
How do you stay ahead of your competition?
Innovation.
Yeah.
We are the market leaders in the self-propelled drainage business. We're recognized throughout North America as leaders, and a lot to do has come from our good workers, long-term employees, our engineering staff here in Woodstock, our salespeople. It's a total team effort.
What you're looking at is a frame for a self-propelled drainage plow. They'll probably end up on a piece of property in Ontario. We're here on the shop floor of RWF BRON, and we'll be right back with more innovation. Stay tuned. How do your American customers feel about buying products that are made in Canada? There's such a big deal in the United States about buying America first. I mean, how do you get over that?
I mean, our name, we've been in the business for 40 years. We've got a name that we build solid, innovative equipment. And, you know, it becomes a challenge at times, but, you know, we can deal with it.
So this is your machine shop, and of course you do a lot of the machining in-house, don't you?
Right. All our machining's done in-house. We run a two-shift operation. We cover about 20 hours out of the 24, and we have been working 6 days a week, probably for the last 3 to 4 years.
Wow! In spite of recessions and all of that, since you started, I mean, you're surviving and expanding.
Yeah, absolutely. We're always looking for different products that we can develop and grow in. You know, as I mentioned to you before, we're in the ag business, utility, in the forestry, and it always helps when a market drops, another one picks up.
And you want to be there.
We actually want to be there.
And so your competition is following you, it's not leading you.
That's correct.
You wish they wouldn't follow you.
That's true, yeah.
And so it probably keeps you active, keeps you on your toes in the marketplace.
Yeah, it does, Michael. We always have to look for improvements. We also have to look for new products that we can develop and bring into the marketplace in North America or overseas as well.
There's a lot going on in this plant, isn't there?
Yeah, it is. A lot of our components are large items, and what we try to do is we run a batch of 6 to 7 machines at a time, and it just eliminates a lot of turnover on machine shop and setup purposes.
And these parts that are here, do you know what machines they're going to go into?
They're all, you know, whether it's a plow component or a track frame component, they're all listed here. They're all done in-house and machined as well.
And has being in Woodstock helped or hindered your growth?
Well, you know, we're in central location here in Ontario. We're close to the 401. We're an hour and a half from Port Huron, 2.5 hours from Windsor. A lot of our customers on the drainage side are located in Michigan and Ohio, so it takes, you know, a 3-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive, and we can see a lot of customers in that period of time. But, you know, the key thing is people, right? Without the right people, you can't develop your business and grow it.
Why is it that we can draw those kinds of people to your shop?
Well, there's a lot of skilled people in Oxford County. We just got to use them, and you got to, you know, treat them fairly. And you know, this company here has a lot of employees that have been around for 20 to 25 years, so they've been treated well. It's a stable company with very good owners.
What do you say to mom and dad, you know, as they're giving advice to their kids, both male and female, about manufacturing? What would you like to say to them?
You know, it's critical to go out and get a great education, because there's a lot of opportunities here in Oxford County, not only with RWF BRON, but if you look around, in the last few years, there's been a lot of manufacturing companies that have come into the city with great potential.
Mark, I noticed on the shop floor, lots of parts. Why?
It's important that we keep key components like drives, engines, pumps, and motors to keep a customer going if there is a breakdown.
So with a breakdown, your customer, probably a farmer, isn't able to farm and isn't able to feed the world, which is what they do. Here at RWF BRON, that's probably goal number one. Get that part out to your customer.
You're right, Michael. Goal number one, keep that customer happy.
You know what? We'll be right back with more innovation. Stay tuned.